We are live. This is the NBA Rundown. The channel is Nuke the House, nukethehouse.com. Head on over, become a member as we make you money in the sports gambling space through the summer. Get ready for the upcoming football season. Tyler, we have time to talk about the NFL draft later. Right now, let's talk about the NBA. Let's kind of review what we saw this weekend, and then we can move ahead and look forward to tonight's two games. And of course, that will be related. So the very first game that tipped off, Tyler, I got it wrong. I thought the Bucks were going to keep it close. I thought they had a chance to win. Dude, they got smoked by the Indiana Pacers. Make or miss league. They only shot 24% from three. What did you make of that game? Is it just over for Milwaukee, or is that just make or miss league and they hit 40% next time and they're fine?
It's not even just that. I mean, they got the news that Dame was going to be back, 12 hours before that game happened?
Mm-hmm.
They shoot 20% from three, and they kind of pack it in late. It's almost like they kind of gave them game one. Like, they're like, well, our guy's coming back in game two. Yeah, we can fight and try, but probably not going to win this game. Pack it in, let him have it. Let Halliburton talk while he's ahead because that's all he can do. And Dame will be back game two. And I think the Bucks are still alive in this series. I think they could easily steal home court right here. So I think the Bucks still have a chance.
Yeah, I wrote it up for.
Just
go ahead.
Looking at the box score of this game, Giannis had 36. You want to know how many more points the starter scored in that game?
No, how many?
11. Two starters went scoreless.
Who went scoreless?
Prince had 0. Kuzma had 0. Brook Lopez had 9. Ryan Rollins had 5. What do you want them to do?
I thought Kuzma would play a lot better. Oh, man, I got to take an L on that one.
Yeah, so Dame will be back. Dame's going to put up 20 to 30. That's going to help out some of these other guys. So I think they're still alive in this series.
Yeah. Well, I think so, too. And it'll be out tomorrow morning, but I did write this game up for Bookmakers Review today. I'm not going to run away from my take or my idea of the series because of one bad game. So I'm going back to my original thought, and that's that I like Milwaukee. Jada Cloud says Dame is not a playoff performer. Wait, what?
I agree with the second part.
I agree with the second part. He can't stop a nosebleed. He's terrible on defense.
He's going to put up the points.
He's had plenty of good performances. I don't know. Go back to those Portland days. I mean, he single-handedly beat the Thunder. He was dropping like 40 a game.
And you can't hold last year against him because Giannis didn't play a playoff game.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there in Jada. 9 plus 5 is 14. What is this about?
With my math.
Oh. Best part of that game was Dame talking crap to Halliburton. Yeah, it wasn't.
Halliburton is definitely like one or two on my most hated list.
Who's number one?
It might be him. Nothing's
not
more
annoying. Not the guy who ruined the league in LA, huh?
No, because that guy doesn't just talk trash when he's ahead. Like Halliburton's, like, there's a C word I want to call him, but I'm not going to say it on the show. But he's just a pain in the ass.
All right, I'm going to look up Dame's playoff games for my guy Jada.
What was our second game that day? Let me look.
So it was Denver, but I'm going to skip that one because we'll go into tonight. That'll go for tonight. Pistons Knicks will go for tonight, so let's save that one too. What did you think of the Timberwolves dismantling of the Lakers, man? I mean, I'll be honest, I was shocked. I was actually shocked.
I don't even know what happened, to be completely honest with you. Like, that is legit, like, what I have on that game. I went to get food that night at work. I was watching the game on my phone in the drive-thru, and it was the beginning of the game, and the Lakers were just working the ball around, hitting threes, and they looked great. By the time I got back to work with my food, they were down 15. I don't know what happened. And
it was a 40 to 26 run in the second quarter.
Yeah, and the Timberwolves just couldn't miss. So I mean, when teams play like that, you just kind of have to strap in and just take the beating. Like when Boston's hitting their threes, like what can you do? Nothing. Timberwolves hit every three they flung in that game.
So I'm looking up Dame in the playoffs. I don't know if I have like full. So, okay, yeah, I guess. Maybe he's got his points. His full overall record is 23-42. He's played 65 games. He only averages 18.4 points a game. And his plus minus is minus 274.
I want to know how many of those minuses, like how far the Warriors drove that number up.
Yeah, minus 33 against the Warriors, minus 14 and minus 31. Yeah. Let's see. Had a minus 19. He's only had positive against the Warriors. When they went 9 games in a row in 2016, 2017, he only had a positive in 2 games.
Yeah.
Minus 24 against the Pelicans. That's not good.
That was the Drew Holiday series, probably. Is that the one they lost?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Drew Holiday had him in a straight jacket the entire series.
I'm probably overrating this 2019 series where they took out the Thunder, where he was plus 11, plus 27, plus 16, and plus 9 in the wins. Yeah, okay.
Here's the thing. Like,
Good point there, Jada.
Who are the Pacers going to put on him to slow him down?
Who,
Halliburton's not some, like, elite defender.
And you know what's funny is Halliburton was actually a good defender in college. I don't know what happened to him.
Like, we're just going to discredit him because he got crushed by a dynasty that at one point added Kevin Durant to a 73-win team, and then what was the other? He got put in a straight jacket by Drew Holiday, which everyone does. He gets a good matchup in the playoffs. He smoked them. Like, I think he could still do good.
Yeah. All right. So we'll agree to disagree on that. Clyde, I moved the Starlink satellite. It's been pretty good so far. I was actually like my YouTube TV was dumping out last night, Tyler, but that's because I was pirating WrestleMania on my laptop. All right. We'll talk about this some more tomorrow. Quick
detour. That was a terrible ending to that.
Oh, dude, it was stupid.
That was so bad.
And the funny thing was I thought the rest of the show was pretty good.
I didn't watch any of it. I just caught the ending.
Oh, okay. So
I only turned it on to see all the returns and everyone run out, and it was Travis Scott.
Oh, dude, it was terrible. Don't even get me started. You probably even like that.
It was almost as bad.
Do you like him as a musician?
No. It was almost as bad as the first 3 games yesterday in the NBA.
Yeah, they were pretty bad. All right, so let's talk about the Timberwolves really quick, though. How do you expect Game 2 to go?
They're definitely going to regress shooting.
Yeah, they shot 50% from the field from 3, 21-42.
Yeah, you're regressing heavily. The Lakers probably get Game 2. You're going to get a great Luka and LeBron performance.
You're going to get a great referee performance. I'll bet you like McDaniels, Edwards, and Gobert already have like 2 fouls in like the first 6 minutes.
Didn't the Lakers like crush in free throws though in that game?
They might have. I didn't watch it. I was watching WrestleMania Night 1. I actually didn't think they had a chance. I was like, I don't want to watch this. It's just going to be Lakers love fest. I checked the score. I said, no way. So I rewatched it, but I don't remember because it was just kind of more dancing around and being happy. Sunday morning, bro, a 51-point win. Remember we talked about the Thunder? That's a good basketball team, dude. I don't think even if Los Angeles gets out of the series and gets out of round 2, I don't see them beating Oklahoma City. What did you think of that game?
No, I mean, never said they weren't a good basketball team. It was just, do we trust these other guys in the playoff spots other than SGA? They played very well against Memphis, but Memphis is terrible. Like, they fought their way in. Jaw's playing on a bum.
I don't know if Memphis is that bad, though, are they? I mean, they played Golden State life and death. They smoked the Mavericks. They were 2-3 losses away from being the 2 seed.
They're not a team that can compete with OKC, though, in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
All right, bro, speaking of not being able to compete. So do you remember we talked on Friday and I said I wanted to take the Magic plus 13.5?
Yeah, and I told you that they might as well just bring the brooms themselves.
but I had a lot of friends who were on Orlando, and they're kind of getting me fired up, right? But by the time I went to bet it, it had dropped to 12. And you know me, it's just like, well, I don't need to bet everything. I missed the number. No big deal. Don't bet it, right? Imagine how pissed I am at halftime when the Magic are up 46-45. And I'm like, I knew it. Da-da-da-da. Didn't watch the second half because it was Easter. I actually had family stuff. I know it's a lot of people. You can tell who's Christian and who's with their family by who's live tweeting these games on Sunday. Magic lost by 17. I'm so glad I didn't make it. I kind of got lucky there. The line move saved me for myself there. But I actually kind of saw some good things from the Magic, and I still think that I'm still happy about my plus 3.5 bet with you.
I don't know why.
They're going to win one game.
You think they're getting 4 quarters where they don't have a drought and go into these scoring droughts where they just can't put the ball in the hoop? And you got to pray to God that Boston goes 4 quarters without being able to find their 3-point groove.
But that's happened before, even in the playoffs.
It looked like it was going to happen yesterday, and then all it took was one guy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 6 of them that could hit threes. You want to hear a wild stat?
Mm-hmm.
When Boston shoots at least 40% from 3,
mm-hmm.
under Joe Mazzola, they played 109 games. What do you think their record is?
When they shoot over or under 40%?
Over.
Out of 109, probably like 91 and 18.
They're 101 and 8.
Yeah, I was pretty close.
This team, they've like I talked about it before the playoffs. I legit think that they had all these analytic things with basketball and all to shoot more threes. I think they've perfected this thing of like, we could just shoot as many threes as we want. We have enough good shooters that they're going to fall. And you just can't beat us. Like, this team is not going to be beat until the finals if they are beat, unless someone gets hurt.
I mean, I don't think their success is necessarily predicated off we shoot so many threes. They have one of the best defenses.
They shoot 53 a game.
I know, but I'm saying I don't think that's the reason they win. I think the reason they win is they're one of the top 5 defenses in the game. And who can
I think they have a nice
off?
mesh between defense and offense. But
they have a great mesh, right?
Being able to hit threes like the 2016 Warriors and then play the defense that they do, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem. So another one, dude, I'm so happy I stayed off, dude, because I was thinking this Miami Heat team, that's like my new hipster style roster, right? You got a defense first point guard in Davion Mitchell, who could be like Drew Holiday, right? You got Tyler Hero. That's your shooting guard. You can be okay to be crappy on defense there, right? That's your killer. That's your shooter, blah, blah, blah. You got Andrew Wiggins, right? You can lock up people on the wing. Bam Adebayo, Khalil Ware. I'm like, I love this lineup.
You're like, I wish this lineup was wearing purple and black.
Oh, yeah, I do, actually, because they'd be much better than we are. But, bro, I'm so glad I didn't bet that game either. I almost jumped in on the 12.5, and I'm like, no, first round is so chalky. Yeah. Stop trying to take points. And during the game I'm watching, I go, I don't know, man. Miami looks pretty good. And nope, just another one. I mean, these first round games are so chalky. So I don't know. I didn't really have much to take away from that. I think Miami
here's a fun one. Of the 3 teams that got the doors blown off them, which one's the most likely to get the doors just blown back off them in game 2? Is it Memphis?
Who do you count the 3? Is the Lakers one of them?
No, I'm saying from Sunday.
Okay.
Grizzlies, Magic, Heat. Because the Lakers,
I think it's Heat.
The Lakers being blown out was more of a surprise than anything. Like, these games were lined to be blowouts, and they all blew out.
Yeah. I would say Heat.
I think it's more likely to be the Grizzlies. I just think toughest environment to play in. Probably the toughest team of the 3. Yeah. I think I would rank it Grizzlies most likely to get blown out again, Magic, and then the Heat.
Most likely to get blown out again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Grizzlies are getting smoked. I thought you meant most likely to come back and cover. Or
no, I think that most likely to come back and bounce back and even somehow maybe even steal a win would be Miami.
Yeah, Miami, then Orlando, then Memphis in my mind.
Yeah.
All right. What did you think of the Warriors game, bro? You were right on that one. You texted me.
That team,
You were on the Warriors.
that team spread.
Bro,
They're
they
a
only
problem.
gave up 85 points.
They're still 17 to 1
Defense
to
is
win it
looking
all.
good. Defense is looking good.
They shouldn't be 17 to 1 to win it all. And don't get me
It's
wrong,
crazy.
the Rockets have problems scoring, and we've seen the Warriors have their troubles when they go into these scoring walls. But their defense, man, I mean, they're in every passing lane. These guys grab rebounds. They're trying to knock it out of their hand. They're going to be a problem in the West spread. We said it before the playoffs, me, you, and Jayme, that there were two teams that could contend with OKC, and Golden State's one of them. So
yeah, I'd say it's Golden State and
Lakers.
Los Angeles still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
we'll see if Minnesota turns things around, right? I mean, I don't think they will, because I don't think the league will allow it. But if they win tomorrow night, you got to put them up in that conversation, right? I mean, they've won 18 of the last 22 games.
Yeah, but I mean, Jimmy Butler added into this too. Like, it's not just Steph that can beat you.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough to beat this team 4 times.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, so let's move back to Saturday, because those games are going to go tonight. So we're going to begin our preview of tonight's games. We will start with the Pistons and the Knicks. Dude, the Pistons were ahead 98-90 with 9 minutes to go in this game. I was like, wow, they got a chance to get this upset, right? Then the Knicks run off a 21-0 run. This game was at 220 something. It landed at 235. I like to zigzag on the side here, but I still like the over. What do you think? Here, break this down real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm not going to touch the total. I mean, it was a good game by the Pistons. But then we talk about scoring lulls for teams. Like, outside of Cade, they really don't have any scores. Like, Tobias Harris went 8 for 13, put up 25. Do we really believe he could do that every night? I don't. Cade went 8 for 21, so he didn't have a very good shooting night. So don't trust that. I think the Knicks win this one, again, by margin. So I'll be on the Knicks. Brunson's going to have a decent game. Cat will play good. It's just a better spot for the Knicks, too. OG had a great game. He's shooting well from those corner threes. I don't hate getting on his threes prop again if we're getting a nice number on that, 2.5 plus 140. But, yeah, I'm on the Knicks. So we'll wait as our guy spread for him to come back and wait for him to break down the game. Got Clyde in the chat says Houston equals Fool's Gold. Agree there. Can we say Clippers tonight? We'll break that one down next.
All right. Here's one thing I think is in the Pistons' favor. Don't you think Cade's going to play better?
Yeah, but do you trust Tobias Harris to go 8 for 13, score 25 again?
No, but I think Malik Beasley can play better.
He put up 20 points and shot 6 for 12 from 3.
Yeah. Well, okay, maybe not better, but we'll get some scoring from him as well. Okay, so I like the Pistons in the over. You like the Knicks.
I like the Knicks. Also, 29 minutes for Mikal Bridges in that game seems weird, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why did that happen?
Like, listen to this Tibbs
it.
rotation spread. Bridges played 29. OG Anunoby played the normal Tibbs minutes. He played 44. Towns played 39. Brunson played 40. Josh Hart played 30. What's up with the Bridges and Josh Hart 30 minutes? That's weird to me.
Yeah, I can't remember. Tibbs talked about why he took a step back with Bridges.
Well, Campaign getting 15 minutes. He was hot at the end of the game. So
that was it. It was he said the Campaign was playing well and he didn't want to go away from him.
You couldn't pull him off the floor.
Yeah. Here's some trends for tonight. Detroit's 1-5 against the spread in their last 6. Total's gone over into 4 of Detroit's last 5. Detroit 6-13-1 ATS in their last 20 against New York. New York 8-3 ATS in their last 11. So the trends agree with you on the Knicks. Total's gone over 5 of the New York's last 6 games against Detroit. New York 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 at home. Yeah, maybe I'll stay off Detroit and just take the over in this game.
Yeah, it feels like one of those series where, like, all right, they fought good in game 1. Like, they showed us they can compete with the Knicks. Had the bad run out, lost by double digits. Now they're kind of lined right in that 6 range in game 2. A lot of people think that Detroit could win this game. I think they lose by margin again. And then game 3 back in Detroit is when they come out and get their win.
Okay. Yeah, and that's always tough with the zigzag, right? I mean, yeah. I mean, if I don't know. You take out that, I know it's easy to say stuff like this. You take out that 21-0 run. I mean, Detroit played them really well.
Well, just think about what that 21-0 run did with the arena too. It reignited all the fans. It got them loud.
Mm-hmm.
We know how hard it is to play in MSG. They're going to come right back into game 2 with all that energy. They didn't have that energy until the 21-0 run. Yeah. Detroit didn't feel that playoff environment until the end of the game.
Good point. Final thought on my over, or final point on why I'm betting it. Detroit has allowed over 119 in 6 of their last 9 games. So the last 12 meetings between these teams have gone over this total of 221. All right, we'll be on the over. Let me look at some trends for the over. Pistons are 22-19 to the over on the road, and Knicks are 23-19 to the over at home. So I don't know. That's not a huge edge. Whatever. Let's keep it moving. So the best game of the weekend, arguably, but in my opinion, was the Clippers and the Nuggets, man. What did you think there? Could you believe that way that game went? Nuggets get the win in OT. I have so many takeaways from that game. Number one, Michael Porter Jr. gets benched in favor of Westbrook. I don't know what to make of that. But interesting to see that moving forward. 2, the Clippers had 20 turnovers. Hint, hint, I'm going to go for the Clippers. I don't think that they do that again. 3, the Nuggets played a lot more minutes. It felt like this was like do or die for them. Felt like the Clippers were feeling things out a little bit more. And we know that Ty Lue, he's a great coach, but sometimes it takes him a little while to make adjustments. So maybe that's the case here tonight. What was the other takeaways from that game? That was pretty much it. What did you think?
Is Westbrook going to beat us 4 times in crunch time is the question. That's what they forced Westbrook to beat him in this game. They said, you're going to shoot these threes. You're going to have the ball in your hands at the end of the game. And we're going to see what happens. They lost one, but I think if you played that game 10 times, I think Westbrook misses that 3 more often than not. So I think the Clippers bounce back. I thought they were going to lose game 1 to start just because Ty Lue always seems to give up game 1 and then adjust from there. So to see them play so good in game 1, I think is a good sign. Zubac played well against Jokic. I think that they're going to come out, get game 2, and go back to LA with home court. I think Harden goes for a nice point average again. His 25 plus is plus 125. I think that's a good number. So I'll take the over on Harden. Outside of that, probably just Clippers for me. Nothing on the total.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about Minnesota being hot. Clippers the same way, 19-4 straight up over their last 23. What else do we got for this?
This just seems like a series where the total point margin at the end is like 15.
Yeah, maybe even less.
Yeah,
I think these games are all going to be close. 4 starters racked up over 45 minutes in that OT win. No Clipper played 45 minutes. Russell Westbrook was plus 7. Like you said, is that going to happen again? I'll bet against that. The Clippers were the number 3 rated defensive team over the last 15 games. I know that can seem like I'm grabbing the small sample size, but here I think it's appropriate since Leonard missed so much of the time. Denver lost 3 of their 4 home games last year in the playoffs.
And Denver basically ran a 6-man rotation. Like, Peyton Watson played 14 minutes and was able to spell a guy.
He's too small. This is not a good matchup for him.
Pickett played 5 minutes. Gordon, Jokic, Murray, and Brown played 46, 46, 48, and 45. That you could maybe get out of round 1 with that. You're not going deep into the playoffs playing those kind of rotations. These guys are going to gas.
Yeah, and I think because Denver won the championship a couple years ago, championship pedigree, blah, 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 we're kind of overrating them. I mean, they're 3-14 at home. is his ATS. 3-14 ATS at home versus current playoff teams. 2-13 ATS in their last 15 home games. Yeah, I like the Clippers here. I'll go ahead and be on that. That'll be on our sheet. Clippers are 14-4 against the spread in their last 18. Clippers are 5-2 ATS in their last 7 against Denver. And Denver 6-12 ATS in their last 18 overall. I already said it, 2-13 against the spread in their last 15 at home. So I think this does zigzag. I think it bounces back, and this series is going 7 in my mind. And I'm not necessarily saying I think we talked about the Clippers winning the series. I still see a path for Denver to win the series, especially with Game 7 at home. But
this series
I'm
can
on
go
Los Angeles here.
Any which way, and it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if this series total point margins below 15 and the Nuggets swept them. It wouldn't surprise me if the margin was below 15 and the Clippers won it in 5. It wouldn't be surprised if the same thing if it was under 15 and it went 7. I think this series outcome can go any which way.
All right. Jeff, our guy, is on Jokic over 22.5 rebounds and assists. That's wild for a rebound and assist number. 22.5. And
21
I
last
think
game.
he's right.
They held some rebounds off of him. He had that triple-double. They shaved a rebound off, so he finished on 22 in my eyes.
Yeah, so I like that look as well. Okay, kind of a muted show today, Tyler. But it's so funny. We get so excited for the playoffs, and then we remember round 1. It's all right. I really thought Indiana-Milwaukee was going to be a better game. Clippers-Nuggets lived up to expectations, and I thought
you can get 21.5 on our guy Jeff's prop on FanDuel right now, -105.
Okay, there you go, Jeff. I don't know if you placed that already, but that's a way to look. So we'll be back tomorrow. Tyler, I already wrote 2 of these games up of tomorrow's schedule. Can you imagine which one I skipped?
No, let me see. The Lakers and the Timberwolves.
No. Okay, Jeff's still got to get a shot at Keg here. All right, he's on brand. No, I skipped that Minnesota game. I mean, the Memphis game.
I mean,
I don't want to write about that
it's
shit.
It's the easiest write-up on the board.
Just bet Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City's up 30. Game's over.
Yeah, it's just like I don't need to. Like, what am I going to write? It would have been a 3-word article. Take Oklahoma City. Like, it's just unreal. I mean, they were plus 13 this year against everybody. Now against the team they're way better than. I'm all about Oklahoma City tomorrow. I lean the Bucks, but I haven't bet it yet. I wrote it up taking it, but I like to think about these things a little longer. And being forced to choose, I think the Lakers bounce back. What do you think? We'll talk about it more tomorrow, but
I think it bounced back in a big way. I mean, outside of that before that scoring barrage, Minnesota was just unstoppable and hitting all the threes. I mean, Luka looked great. LeBron was starting to get himself going. And all of a sudden, Minnesota couldn't miss. And the game was over from there. So we shall see in game 2. I think the Lakers win it.
All right. So tonight, my bets are.
Do you think there's any way, though, that they do the Lakers like they did Phoenix last year, where it's like, oh, they got game 1, Phoenix will bounce back game 2. It was lined the same way, where it was like Phoenix was -5. Minnesota took game 2, went back home up 2-0, took game 3, took game 4, and it was over before anyone even knew it.
That could happen, but there's not the league incentive to keep Phoenix around. I mean, like I said, I think Edwards is going to have 2 fouls in the first 6 minutes. Gobert's going to have 2 fouls. McDaniel's going to have 2 fouls. Randall. I mean, I think the league's going to do everything in their power to keep the story going.
I mean, you could be right, but I think there's a weird pathway where Ant just adds them to his list.
I hope so. I mean, after watching a terrible WrestleMania this weekend, right? I want something good out of my scripted entertainment. Do we like Cade over? So I don't always do this rebounds and assist numbers. I like his PRA because I think he bounces back tonight. That's part of the reasons why I like Detroit and I like the over. I don't know about rebounds and assists. I'm sorry, I can't give you a good answer. What do you think, Tyler?
I would probably stay away from Cade just because I don't trust the other guys as much. Like, I think you can
I
get
like Cade's points for sure. I think he bounces
like
back.
it would worry me that Cade grabs like 8 rebounds and you're watching him pass the ball around. And he's getting all these nice open shots for guys, and they're just bricking their shots.
Yeah, the other thing to look at that game when Anunoby was on him, he only went 2 of 8 from the field. And you have to wonder how much of this is like I've never played against this physical a defense because we know in the playoffs, right, they allow so much more contact.
Yeah, and he's not gonna get a soft matchup unless somehow he gets Brunson on him.
No, and they're not even gonna allow that. They'll just switch right off.
Yeah, so he's getting
double,
one. He's getting one of Anunoby, Bridges, or Hart. So
yeah, so I don't know. I have faith in his talent, though. I think he bounces back, and maybe losing that game 1 takes a little pressure off them. So we will see how it goes. My favorite bet for tonight, though, however, is the over in that Pistons game, and I also like the Clippers -1. What's your favorite bet for tonight, Tyler?
I'm just going to take the James Harden 25 plus points.
All right. Well, guys, right now we are scheduled for – man, dude, I thought I got rid of these wasps. They're coming back now, man. They were gone all weekend, too. Again. Yeah. Dude, I'm out there, like, just not afraid, dude. I'm just, like, killing their nests when they're sitting in them. Like, what? Sting me. I don't care. Jeff, not a big fan of New York. Where do you live? Are you a Philadelphia guy or a Boston guy or something? All right, there we have it. Tomorrow we are scheduled for 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. But if that changes, we'll tweet it out and we'll let you know. Because that is all reliant on me getting everything done in time to be home by that time. Florida, huh? All right. Well, you should hate the Yankees then. Is your team the Heat or the Magic? All right. Tyler, we'll be back tomorrow. Jayme's not going to return with us until Thursday. He's going to be in Los Angeles rooting on the Lakers tonight, but he says he's never seen them win. So maybe that's a good sign for me. You know how happy I'll be if Minnesota wins tomorrow night, Tyler?
Yeah.
I mean, this show on Wednesday will just be like a party. We'll come in. We'll probably get kicked off YouTube because I'll be bumping hella rave music and just copyright violations, probably strippers in the background. Jeff says my team is whoever plays the Knicks. My team's whoever plays the Lakers, Jeff. We're aligned there. So my team's the Timberwolves right now. All right, Tyler, final words.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got some good bets for these games. That's pretty much it. I mean, I thought we already wrapped up. We kept going. That's it. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I like the sound of my own voice. Nuke the house.